Hi family, welcome back to my channel where we talk about business, holistic health, and spirituality. Today I have some tips on how you can incorporate sea moss into your everyday life. Even if you don't like to eat it, if you don't like the texture, there are other ways that you can use sea moss in your life. So as we all know, sea moss is not only just great for the inside of your body, but it's also great for the outside of your body, which meaning it's great for your skin. As you can see, yes, I make a bomb face scrub. It's great for your hair also. I make a great shampoo and conditioner also. A hair growth oil. And yeah, sea moss can just be incorporated in all types of things, health and beauty products, edible products, skin products. It can be used as in topical creams and everything. Now there's ways that sea moss can benefit the body without you even having to taste it. So let's get started. You're going to be making a sea moss gel. You want to soak your sea moss for 4 to 6 hours. I don't recommend anything less. You need to make sure that it gets like soft, okay? Otherwise it's not gonna blend, and I don't recommend cooking it. So you're gonna want it to soak so that it gets the softness that it's supposed to get for the right texture. Number 2, make sure that you are washing your sea moss thoroughly. Don't rinse it just once. Make sure you rinse it a couple of times because you don't want any of that sand in there. You don't want to taste any of that debris or anything that's in the sea moss because we all know it comes from the ocean. Okay? We don't know what's in that ocean. So let's make sure that we're washing our sea moss properly. Well, rinsing it properly because we don't want to wash it. We don't want to put no soap or anything in it. So yeah, let's make sure that we're doing that so that we're not tasting the effects of that because it's gross, okay? If your sea moss is not blending, you are not soaking it for long enough. You are not. You can't be. Or you're not using enough water. Or you're just not blending it for long enough. Now, you can store sea moss in a glass jar for 3 to 4 weeks. Now, hold on. That is the regular sea moss that is not fruit infused. Now, if you want to add some boiled like elderberry juice in there, you can do that. Um, you can add the hibiscus tea. You can add that in there. That's going to last 3 to 4 weeks. But as far as the infused fruit sea moss gels, those are only going to last 1 to 2 weeks. And really it depends on what fruit that you're using because some fruits go better than others. But you will be able to notice and you will be able to tell if the sea moss is bad because there will be mold on the top. Like you'll see the mold in the sea moss. If you see the mold, don't try to eat it. Please don't. Don't try to eat it. I know sea moss is super healthy, but you will make yourself sick. Please do not eat it, okay? And it's so funny because it brings me back to this friend. Like I had this friend and I swear he has a stomach of steel. Like he will eat like he would tear the mold off and eat the bread. Like I don't know why, but he used to just do that. So but anyways, back to the subject. Don't eat it. If you see that there's mold on it, throw it out, okay? Get you some more. Do not make yourself sick. If you want to add more nutrients into your smoothies, instead of like putting all these extra herbs and this and that, all you have to do is add a tablespoon of sea moss gel or add some sea moss powder. The sea moss gel powder will give you all the nutrients that you would regularly get from those herbs already from the sea moss. You'll get those from the sea moss. So easy peasy. 1 scoop is all it takes. Sea moss can be mixed with anything that is edible. Sea moss can be mixed with anything that is topical. Lotions, face scrubs, etc. It just depends on your taste. It depends on your taste buds, okay? And how much of the sea moss you want to taste. And yeah, it just depends on that. So you can add sea moss to your tea if you like. I don't really like it in tea, not the gel, I don't. Um, yeah, so yeah, you can add it in teas, smoothies, uh, freshly squeezed juices, all of that. You can add it in. Sometimes you might just have to blend it or super mix it. You know, maybe you can get like one of those little tiny hand blenders and, you know, put it in there and mix it in. That's one way that you can do it. Sea moss can also be added into stews and soups to give it a more thicker consistency. So you know how we add like flour to like our stews to get that thickness to like the gravy and everything, or like the cornstarch that we add to make it thicker. Add the sea moss. That's going to make it thicker too, and it's going to be a healthy alternative also. You can apply sea moss gel as a topical to hydrate your skin. Got that little, it's coming up. Okay, whatever. We're going to just leave it. Little hair was sticking up, but whatever. So, yeah, it can be added. It can be used as a topical. You can put it in like a hand cream, a face scrub, a face mask. I think I'm coming out with that next a face mask. And yeah, like it can be used in anything. Like even if you don't want to watch like a video, like the videos that I've made on how to like make your own lotion, if you don't want to do all the extra adding in all the oils and all that, if you have like your favorite lotion, like a Nivea or like the Vaseline lotion, you can just like open that up, pour that in a jar or something. Make sure you pour you some sea moss gel in there and just mix it up or shake it up and use it like that. But make sure that it's not like a scoop of the gel because the consistency is going to be too thick. You want to make sure like when you're adding the sea moss gel that it's like pourable. You know, it's going to be more liquidy so that it's easier to mix. Now, if you're adding sea moss into like your favorite lotions, it's going to extend the value because everybody knows, and if you don't know, sea moss acts as a skin collagen, which is used to tighten the skin and keep the skin firm and looking young. You can use sea moss as a hair mask. You can just add you some oils in there if you want, or you can just put the regular sea moss gel in your hair, put you like a plastic cap on your head and just let it do the work, let it hydrate. I say wash it out within like an hour or two. And yeah, you should be good. Your hair is going to be feeling super different. You can also add sea moss you can also add the sea moss gel into your favorite shampoos. Just pour it in there, mix it up, and you got you some sea moss shampoo. Easy peasy, right? Exactly. So, yeah, if you've been wondering how to make a shampoo, then that's how you can do it. Yes, you can use sea moss as a base for a face mask. I've not done that yet, but I have done a face scrub, which leaves my skin super hydrated, glowing, and it just feels amazing when I'm rubbing that stuff on my face. And my sea moss face scrub is made with sea moss, coconut oil, brown sugar, turmeric, and honey. All edible ingredients. Yes, I've tasted it and it tastes pretty good. I didn't try to like eat it, y'all, but I did taste it just because I know it's edible and I wanted to be able to let y'all know and tell you that yes, it's edible. So if the kids are in the bathroom messing with it, it's okay. They ain't gonna get sick. If you got a kid that like to be getting in your stuff like I do, then it's totally safe for them. 11. If you really want to be super healthy with it, you can go ahead and add some of that sea moss gel into a salad dressing. Homemade or store-bought. Listen, sea moss can be added into anything that you want to add it into. It's unlimited. So sea moss can be added into anything that you want to add it into, but I'm not telling you to add it to no Kool-Aid, okay? I'm not telling you to add it to no Kool-Aid. We want to add it to things that are already healthy to extend it, to extend the health, you know? So I wouldn't recommend using it with anything that has sugar cane or anything like that in it. Like, I wouldn't do that. Just try to keep the sea moss as healthy as possible, because if you're adding sea moss to things that are unhealthy, then you're really defeating the purpose. So All right, you can add a little bit of sea moss gel, some honey, and some lemon for a super healthy cough syrup also. You can use sea moss gel as a gelatin substitute for recipes. If you don't like the texture of sea moss gel, then I suggest getting the sea moss powder and making yourself some capsules, or buying some sea moss capsules. I sell those too. They'll be linked in the description. You can also add sea moss into baked goods like muffins and cookies and pie. Now, if you have sunburn or you experience sunburn, sea moss can also be used as a good topical for that. All you have to do is get you some sea moss gel and add in some aloe vera, and that'll make a nice soothing topical gel for you. It's also good to add sea moss with other superfoods and combine them with other superfoods like chlorella and spirulina. You can make sea moss popsicles for a healthy treat. I've done that. It will be linked in the description box. You can also infuse herbal remedies with sea moss as well. Like I said, like tea and things like that. You can also make an ice cream or a sherbet with fresh fruit with sea moss gel also, for a nice tasty treat, especially for the kids. The kids will love it. Now you can experiment with sea moss in all types of different ways and add it to all different kinds of recipes. If you guys need some recipes, there will be some recipes linked down in the description box. If you guys need some recipes, don't know where to find them, I will link my recipe book, which is free, down in the description box. All you have to do is sign up for my email list and you'll be able to download it for free. Okay, so what's some ways that you guys use your sea moss or your sea moss gel or your sea moss powder? Is there anything that I did not mention? Is there any way that I didn't mention that you guys do? How do you guys do it? Make sure you put it in the comments because I want to know. Like, I want to be able to learn from you guys too. So yeah, don't forget to leave that comment. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and please share this video with other people. If you got any friends that sell sea moss, that love making sea moss, share this video with them so they can learn, so they can help heal and educate as well. All right, you guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. And if you are not subscribed, make sure that you do, so that you don't never miss out on any of the videos that I bring to you, because I will be bringing more and more and more and more. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. And remember, share the wealth, increase the peace. There's enough money out here for everybody to eat. Okay.